in creating regulatory frameworks for crypto assets and intermediaries. Second, I've had a direct line of sight into the future of this technology and how it could transform our lives.
We've been a firm in motion since 1947, not just moving with the times, but building what comes next. When digital assets emerged, we saw the potential.
You look at what's happening around the ETFs. Because, again, the headwinds and tailwinds, because we've had these headwinds, some aspects around XRP have been behind other L1s. That's now catching up.
So two of the coins that are on there are XRP and Solana. XRP and Solana and a bunch of others are vying to be the base layer to support new transaction modalities. Now, boy, does that sound geeky.
That's why I'm so proud to support the Clarity Bill that both Chairman Stile has been leading here and Chairman Johnson in the Ag Committee have already passed.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to Lady Sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on them likey buttons. We got XRP currently right around $2.30. We got one from Ripple to pop things off. Academic research is the engine behind blockchain breakthroughs. Ripple has been investing in the next generation of blockchain talent for over 7 years, and we're deepening that commitment in Asia Pacific with our new Ubri partnership, including our first in Taiwan, and the global network is now spanning 60 plus universities. We got Ripple X Dev. It's happening. XRP Ledger Apex 2025 has landed in Singapore. Big ideas, bold moves, and building the future of the XRP Ledger starts here. 2 incredible days ahead. Are you ready? XRPL Apex 2025. Meanwhile, we got some more breaking news. Apex 2025 digital commerce paper DCP is now live on the XRP Ledger, administered by Guggenheim Treasury Service, one of the largest independent commercial paper platform managers in the world, and powered by this economy. With 280 million plus in issuance, DCP is the first native digital commercial paper on the XRP Ledger, bringing a fixed income asset secured by U.S. Treasuries and rated Prime 1 by Moody's. We got Guggenheim Treasury Services taps economy platform to issue digital commercial paper on the XRP Ledger. BTC who? ETH who? All roads lead to the bridge. Crypto Eddie Guggenheim taps Ripple's XRP Ledger to offer tokenized commercial papers in RWA push.
Commercial paper is a short-term debt security issued by financial companies and large corporations. The corporation promises the buyer a return or profit for making the loan. The return is stated as an interest rate or percentage of the loan, such as 5%. Companies sell commercial paper when they need a short-term loan to pay for such things as accounts payable and inventories. The security is generally sold at a discount and redeemed at full value. The gain is the interest payment. Most commercial paper matures in 1 to 6 months, but some mature in up to 9 months. Debt that matures in less than 270 days, the money markets, does not require registration with the SEC. Debt maturing in more than 270 days, the capital markets, must be registered with the SEC. Commercial paper is part of the money markets. By avoiding SEC registration, it is less costly, a major benefit for companies. By issuing commercial paper to raise short-term funds, companies avoid the time and cost of applying for business loans, as well as SEC registration. Commercial paper is unsecured, meaning buyers have no claim on a company's assets if the company fails to pay up at maturity. Therefore, only firms with good credit can successfully sell commercial paper. Commercial paper is traditionally sold in large denominations of $100,000 or more to large institutions and wealthy individuals. However, it is increasingly becoming more available to retail investors.
Eleanor Terrett knew the Clarity Act just passed out of the House AG/GOP with a vote of 47-6 following an nearly 3-hour markup. They're just starting on the markup now in Financial Committee. So it begins. Subject views: Congress acknowledges that we're in a global race and they want to see the U.S. back digital assets take off.
That's why I'm so proud to support the Clarity Bill that both Chairman Stile has been leading here and Chairman Johnson in the Ag Committee have already passed. This bill provides one thing our digital asset ecosystem clearly needs: clear rules of the road. They've asked for it. It does not create more bureaucracy. It provides definition. It clearly defines the lines and coordinates the work of the CFTC and the SEC, so companies know what to expect. Investors know how they're protected. Regulators can perform their duties effectively. And importantly, from a national security perspective, the U.S. remains the leader in American-backed digital assets, so that those countries who may be competing with us on fair ground, like Singapore and the UK, can do well. Countries that overregulate, like the European Union, can learn from their mistakes. But most importantly, countries like Russia, China, Iran do not own this space before the U.S.-backed digital assets have the opportunity to take off. This bill acknowledges that we are in a global race. America can be in the driver's seat, or we can be offshored and a recipient of bad behavior. I don't believe any of us on either side of the aisle wants to see that. And if ag and financial services can work together, more importantly, if the House and the Senate can work together, then I'm highly confident the Democrats and Republicans can work together in the interest of the American people. Now is the time for clarity. Now is the time to lead. Mr. Chairman, thank you for helping lead this bill.
Will the gentleman yield?
Clarity.
CoinDesk, digital commercial paper, a fixed income asset secured by U.S. Treasuries and rated Prime 1 by Moody's, is now live on the XRP Ledger, Xmarks, the Spot, TikTok. Digital asset investor, they tried everything: regulatory capture, lawsuits, flood lies, coordinated media attacks. They lost. Ripple in the XRP community. Why now they get to see XRP balloon underwater. Let's go. The level playing field is here and it's glorious. Lock in.
You look at what's happening around the ETFs. Because, again, the headwinds and tailwinds, because we've had these headwinds, some aspects around XRP have been behind other L1s. That's now catching up. You're seeing inflows into existing ETFs. You're seeing more ETFs go live. You're seeing more talk about this new category we call the digital asset treasury, the kind of micro strategy spin-offs, if you will, not literally, but kind of similar things. I think it's just going to continue to create a lot of tailwinds where XRP has been held back. I'm optimistic that through the balance of the year and beyond, when you're artificially held back, I used the analogy one time publicly, like if you hold a balloon underwater long enough, of course it pops up when you let go of it. And so we saw that happen, I think, over the next 6 months. But now we're seeing a lot of the organic and in some case inorganic through Ripple's acquisitions, things pushing the industry, the community forward, the XRP ecosystem forward that I think should really have a positive impact.
XAIF crypto Bitcoin Maxi himself, the future is being built now on XRP. XRP is emerging as a base layer for global payments, positioned beyond memes. Real infrastructure could underlie stablecoins like RLUSD, Chase Coin, and even JP Morgan's token. Interoperability with SWIFT might be closer than you think.
For example, let's pick the two that I don't remember whether it was Tillman or Andrew mentioned. So two of the coins that are on there are XRP and Solana. XRP and Solana and a bunch of others are vying to be the base layer to support new transaction modalities. Now, boy, does that sound geeky. But the fact is that the way exchanges work and the way money moves when it is right now, everything is centralized exchanges. Everything is done via proprietary systems. Both XRP more in payments and Solana more in trading are vying to be part of a newer globalized infrastructure. If those things take form, so if Solana broadens beyond memes to trading of everything, then it's going to be worth a shit ton more than it is today. The total addressable market for providing that as a base layer is significant. The same thing with XRP with regard to payments and SWIFT. And if XRP underlies the stable coins that are become, if basically not just RLUSD, but if Chase Coin and JP Morgan Coin all use the XRP ledger, then it will have value. If it doesn't, it won't. And so it really becomes a question of that word that I think it was Andrew that used, which is utility. If they have utility, they will be worth more. Elsewise on the screen, and of course you could mention Ether in the same thing in terms of tokenization. And so, that's a big...
XRP, the king of utility. Welcome to the internet. of value. Danelle Dixon, the best partnerships make our entire ecosystem stronger. Our collaboration with MoneyGram is the perfect example of expanding cash to crypto access to users all over the world. Here's to many more years. As SDF and MoneyGram celebrate 3 years of partnerships, 2 words that stand out are growth and access. MoneyGram has facilitated nearly 30 million in transactions on Stellar since the launch, demonstrating the growth bridge between traditional finance and blockchain infrastructure. Stellar. XLM. Franklin Templeton. Meet Franklin Templeton, Benji technology platform, tokenized securities, intraday yield, instant 24/7 wallet-to-wallet transfers. We're just getting started. Franklin Templeton has been actively utilizing the Stellar XLM network for various blockchain-based financial initiatives. The firm has shifted 1.7 trillion of its assets via Stellar network.
Benjamin Franklin flew a kite to prove what others couldn't see. Driven by the spirit of innovators like Franklin, we've been a firm in motion since 1947. Not just moving with the times, but building what comes next. When digital assets emerged, we saw the potential and started building technology that is reshaping the asset management industry today. Blockchain technology aims to provide investors unfettered access to their assets. Since 2018, we've been building to deliver on this opportunity. This includes launching the world's first US-registered mutual fund to leverage blockchain technology for transaction processing and share ownership recording. Quietly powering that innovation is the Benji technology platform, with new features that mark our boldest step yet in leading the world to a new financial infrastructure. Our new intraday yield feature allows earnings to accrue in real time, down to the second, for the most precise returns possible. That means when you transfer a yield-bearing asset during the day, you still get your proportion of yield for the hours held, and yield for the new owner starts accruing as soon as they receive it. Asset tokenization enables 24/7 instant transfers, 365 days a year. Investors stay in control of their own keys with self-custody, making wallet-to-wallet transfers easy. It's not quite bifocals, but we believe Mr. Franklin would see this as the future, delivered today. Because getting to the future takes more than innovation. It takes over 75 years of earned trust. Franklin Templeton, your trusted partner for what's ahead.
CoinDesk, I view blockchain as a horizontal technology that has the potential to touch every aspect of society. Brian Quintet says at the nomination hearing, the surest way to undermine U.S. global leadership in blockchain technology is let the bad actors and fraudsters proliferate. How should he approach crypto regulation if he's confirmed as the CFTC chair?
Most recently, I served as the global head of policy for A16Z Crypto, the crypto fund's venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. This experience has provided me with 3 invaluable insights to bring to bear should I have the honor of being confirmed. First, I've traveled the world meeting with other jurisdictions' regulators and government officials, where I learned what they have attempted to do, what they have left to do, what has worked well or poorly in creating regulatory frameworks for crypto assets and intermediaries. Second, I've had a direct line of sight into the future of this technology and how it could transform our lives. I view blockchain as a horizontal technology that has the potential to touch every aspect of society, not just as a vertical technology purely focused on financial services. Lastly, I have strong conviction that the surest way to undermine U.S. global leadership in blockchain technology is to let bad actors and fraudsters proliferate.
Mustache Bitcoin monthly RSI at Bitcoin is moving into the oversold territory. Whenever we saw this happen in the last 13 years, we saw the best time of the entire cycle in the following weeks and months. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Richless, where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the Mothership 589. I am the XRP bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon Welcome to the party, we don't play round here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed round here. Watch where you walk and you get a